Now, if you have leftover turkey from Thanksgiving somewhere in your refrigerator, or you just feel like soup, get some pumpkin. Let's go in the kitchen and make this delicious pumpkin soup. Or as my Haitians say, Soupjoumou. This soup is so good, you guys. Trust when I tell you. For me, pigtails are a must in my soup. So I had this pigtail soaking in water overnight, and it does help remove the salt. And what I'm going to do is just cut it up and put it to boil twice. So put it to boil. Once it boils for 5 minutes, you change the water, let it boil again, and you should be good to go. Right, so here is my pumpkin. You guys, I really don't measure these things because I never know how much soup I'm gonna make. So I am going to cut my pumpkin up into cubes. You want to peel the skin off and be careful with this part because, yeah, you don't want to cut up your hands. So I'm gonna remove the skin and I'm gonna remove the insides with the seeds, and I'm gonna cut it up into just some normal size cubes, not too small, not too big. Okay, so once that's done, I am going to go ahead and add a little bit of oil. I'm using avocado oil. You could use olive oil, just about a tablespoon or so into the bottom of my pot. And I'm going to saute my aromatics. I have peppers, bell peppers. I have onions in here, and I also have pimento peppers. So onions and peppers, I'm just going to saute that for about a minute or two, let them soften a little bit. I'm going to add my pumpkin, and this is about 3 pounds of pumpkin. This is a fairly big pot. I'm making a really big pot of soup. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of salt to help break the pumpkin down a little bit. And here I'm adding a tablespoon of chicken bouillon diluted in some water, and I'm gonna add that into there, cover it so the pumpkin can soften. And as soon as you realize your pumpkin is soft, you want to go ahead and mash it. You could use a fork or you could just mash it against the sides of the pot. So here I have some leftover pieces of turkey meat from Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in my leftover turkey meat. Bone. Then I'm going to go ahead and add in my pigtails, and once I do that, I let it go for about 10 minutes because you want to let the pigtail cook into the soup just in case it has a little bit of salt, so you don't add too much salt to your soup. All right, so for me, soup is all about building flavor, so you want to go ahead and add all of the goodies. I added scallions, thyme, pimento seeds, and I'm going to add my corn at this stage as well. I like adding my corn early. It soaks up all that flavor. And add salt. Again, I'm not measuring, but guys, I've made soup a million times in my life, so I kind of get the gist. But you want to add salt bit by bit. You taste a little bit as you go along, so you know, hey, this is good for me, right? And to top it all off, I'm going to add this Caribbean Dreams pumpkin soup mix, and this really amps up the flavor just a little bit. Then I'm gonna make my dumplings. You guys have probably seen me make dumplings a million times. Salt, water, flour, basically that's what it is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make my dumplings. Now, how could I forget garlic? Gotta add some garlic. Well, lots of it. This is about 5 or 6 cloves of garlic, and I smashed them so all the flavor could seep through. Yeah, you gotta add garlic. And I'm gonna add some more thyme as well because I love the flavor that thyme gives my soups. Add some more of that. Let that bubble. Right, so after about 15 minutes or so, we're gonna add the rest of the ingredients. I'm doing my dumplings. You guys saw I needed a dough, Idaho potatoes, celery, and carrots. I remember growing up, my grandmother would also make these cute little round dumplings. So I am making some of those as well. All right, I'm giving it a nice little stir here. Make sure nothing stuck to the bottom. And I'm going to taste for salt. I'm going to add a little bit of salt in a minute. And once you add your potatoes and your carrots and stuff, you have about 20 minutes or half an hour. These things do not take long to cook. So I like adding them when my soup just is about almost finished. And yeah, just give it a nice little stir, cover it, and let it simmer down. And the soup is going to thicken up and get really rich and delicious. And when the soup is almost done, the last 15 minutes, I'm going to add a few okra. You don't want to cut the okra up because you don't want it to break down. It's going to make your soup slimy and you do not want that. So you just want the heat to steam the okra. And after about 15-20 minutes, you are done. Your soup is done. My family had 3 bowls each of this soup. It was that good. Y'all, that leftover Thanksgiving turkey added so much flavor to the soup along with the pigtail and all of the aromatics we added. And y'all, this soup was literally everything. I'm telling you, I'm going to list all the ingredients and everything I used in the description bar. Go make some soup, y'all. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you lovelies in the next one. Bye.